Yo, yo. I'm talking about Snax on Sports. What's good with it, man? I'm back with another one you did. Man, it's just kind of something that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to address. Y'all see the title? Um, the title is the state of the new age millennium modern sports fan. I know that's kind of long, but I was just trying to I was just trying to my bad. I was just trying to to drill my point home or whatever, but man, I wanted to do this topic because just with everything that's going on, this week with Brock Purdy, and not just Brock Purdy, but in a lot of but in particular just with Brock Purdy because of everything and all the talk that's been going on this week after the Packers Niners game. I just wanted to do this because it's like, and so when I say modern, I know when we talking to when say modern times or like when I say modern times or like the modern day, or when we say that we in modern like when we speak about modern day, modern time, we're talking about like the last 40-50 years type shit, right? But for the sake of this particular episode right here in this topic, I'm gonna keep it to like the last 5 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like really what I'm talking about. And so I guess what I mean by like the state of mind of today's sports fan is like this. It used to be that if you were a fan of a team or a player and your team won a championship, or won a big game, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, that as a fan, you was happy, you celebrated, you know what I'm saying, because your team won, and that was all that mattered, you know what I'm saying. But now, somewhere along the way, we've lost sight of that. We've got to a point to where everything got to be criticized. Every decision got to be critiqued. Everybody's trash. Everybody can do better, regardless of what they have already, done and accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing with this Brock Purdy thing, because it's like, even through success and winning, the focus is not on the fact that the team won the game. The focus is more on the fact that of like they didn't blow the Packers out by 3-4 touchdowns, and Brock Purdy didn't throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, and a completion percentage of 75%, 80% or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so this whole week, man, I'm listening to these fans, these media members on these talk shows, just say the most wildest shit, bro. And Like, it's getting to a point now to where, like I said, even through success, that's not that don't matter. In particular, let's take I'm here in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? My basketball team is the Golden State Warriors, and so these fans be calling in because the Warriors going through a little rough patch right now. You know what I mean? And the dynasty era is coming to a close. You know what I mean? Like, to hear these fans call in and talk so much shit about Steve Kerr, you know what I mean, and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, Steph to a certain degree, but not really Steph. Steph is like the golden child, you know what I'm saying? But to hear them call in and say the things that they say about Steve Kerr, like as if they know more than him. You know what I'm saying? This is a man that has won 4 championships as a coach for the Golden State Warriors. That's not even to count the 5 that he won as a player, and the great players that he played with, and the great all-time great coaches that he was coached by. So this man is extremely knowledgeable. You know what I mean? And so it's not to say that Steve Kerr can't be criticized or critiqued. You know what I'm saying? But there's a certain line, though. You know what I mean? Like, we can be upset and mad about, a certain play or a certain, a certain bad play that a player makes, a turnover, or, a bad shot, or a bad play call by a coach, or, I mean, you can be, maybe upset in the moment. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I keep it in perspective that, man, this man then helped us win 4 championships under his leadership. Steve Kerr, I'm talking about. Like, I don't think y'all, either we've just got so numb to winning and we just expect, like, you not like just supposed to win every year. You got to earn that shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the callers' solutions to fixing the problem is fire Steve Kerr, trade Klay Thompson, trade Draymond Green. I just don't understand that type of shit, because I've done past episodes. I just got through doing a episode not too long ago, the state of the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Where I was talking about the state of the Warriors and the loyalty factor and all that. Yeah, man, it's just wild. Like, it's like, you don't, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like these callers, it's almost as if, these fans, they think they know more than the coaches and the players and the front and the people that's in the front office. Like, but in particular the coaches and the players, you know what I mean? Like, because you think you know more than the motherfuckers that's like in shit, like that's in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what me to over disrespect, like just firing motherfucker, like a motherfucker that won a legacy coach. Steve Kerr is a legacy coach. He not just your average, coach, and you have 1 or 2 gone. Nah, he done won 4 championships, bro. The Golden Warriors are the dynasty of this era. So, and he's the head coach of that team. You know what I'm saying? So, he's a legacy coach. You don't just fire him. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And even if you do, and if you want, and fans, if you want, like that's not going to make it better. That's not going to make, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody else ain't going to come in and all of a sudden we going to win 4 more championships in 8 years. It don't work like that. The dynasty is over after these motherfuckers is gone anyway. So, I mean, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's not like, you know what I mean? We've been fed, you know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, and with the Brock Purdy thing and the Niners, you know, it's like Brock Purdy. It's almost as if he would have been better. It's almost as if he would have been better throwing for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, but losing the game, like a shootout or something, and they lose. You know what I'm saying? And we sitting at home, but he getting a whole bunch of praise because of how he played. Like, that's the state of where we're at right now, because all I've been hearing this whole week is how great the Green Bay Packers played. And like I said, in one of my last episodes, in the episode, the Packers versus Niners episode, where we squeaked by them, I gave the Packers love. Like I said, dude, yeah, this is going to be a team that's going to be around, and Jordan Love is the real deal. He's the truth. So it's not nothing against them. You know what I'm saying? But these narratives, man, that are spewed to us by the media and the fans bite into that shit. And like I said, that's the whole purpose of Snax on Sports. It's the reason why I started this podcast, to combat and dismantle all of the false narratives that are pumped to the American sports fan base by American sports media to fans that may not be as knowledgeable about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's part of the problem. See, part of it, you know, part of the issue, not necessarily issue, but part of the reason why the modern fan is why we at that state of mind that we at, partly is because of social media and the fact that now we all got platforms to give our opinions. You know what I'm saying? And anybody can have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with everybody's allowed to have an opinion. But social media has given all of us an outlet to be able to have an opinion on things that we think that we're knowledgeable about, but we are not. You know what I'm saying? So you get motherfuckers saying dumb shit in comments, and you get all these dumb takes, and you get people saying dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they hearing somebody, because most fans are emotional. They go off emotions. You know what I'm saying? And fans are followers. Most people are followers. You know what I mean? So when you hearing something all the time, you know what I mean, and all that, and if you're not knowledgeable about what's going on, and you can't really watch the games and really see what's going on because you never played, or you just not knowledgeable, it's easy to fall into believing what they telling you. You know what I'm saying? And part of that is this whole notion of Brock Purdy being carried by his team and all that. Like, it's just wild, bro. Like, it's a team. Football is the most, like, we're losing perspective in the sight that this guy is only in his second year. You know what I'm saying? He's only in his second year as a professional quarterback in the NFL, and he's in his second NFC championship game. Like y'all do know that's not normal. Like, that type of shit don't just happen and shit. You know what I'm saying? The special players do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's not to say that he don't got good talent around him, but I'm gonna name 6 quarterbacks that I remember that have been in this 49ers offense since that have been the quarterback of this 49ers offense since Kyle Shanahan has been the coach. Started out with Brian Hoyer. He didn't do well. Then C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullins. They couldn't do it. Then came Jimmy G. And all of a sudden, we had a serviceable quarterback that was a good quarterback. I'm a 49er fan that has always been pro Jimmy G. I ain't never been no Jimmy G hater. Why? Because I mean what I say. I'm about winning. And with him at the helm as the quarterback, we were year in, year out contending for a championship. Like, that's all I need to see. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to be the best quarterback in the league. I just need you to be a great quarterback for my team that can help lead us to a championship. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And I seen that with Jimmy G, okay, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? My only thing with Jimmy G, you know what I'm saying, if the criticism is injuries and him being injury prone, okay, bet. I give you that. But all of the he can't make this throw, or he can't make the necessary throws, or he's not, like, that's bullshit. I watch the 49ers every fucking Sunday. I seen Jimmy Garoppolo make hella big throws in hella clutch moments. So yeah, he has some oh no throws and some interceptions and shit. But what quarterback don't? He was good enough to get us to the Super Bowl, and for us to consistently be in NFC championships would give you a chance. So motherfuckers say, oh, well, he didn't win it. He didn't win it. Just because he didn't win it doesn't mean that he wasn't going to be able to win it. You know what I'm saying? But okay, that's the fourth, Jimmy G. Then Trey Lance came. Trey Lance couldn't do nothing in Kyle Shanahan offense. He wasn't good enough. And that was my whole thing with the Trey Lance, Jimmy G thing. I wasn't against Trey Lance. I just knew that it was a mistake to replace Trey Lance, to replace Jimmy G with Trey Lance. I knew that. He was too young. He was too raw, bro. He like it's not about, you know, yo in the NFL, bro. It's not about at the quarterback position. Yes, it is about, you know, the physical and how fast you can run and how far, you know, your arm strength and all that. But at the quarterback position, bro, it's more about being cerebral, bro, being able to read the defenses, so you know what the fuck going on out there. And I'm not saying that he wasn't going to be able to do that. He just had to learn. He was going to have to learn how to do that, and it was going to take him a couple years. Jimmy G was already right there, so I knew that was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? That was a mistake. And Kyle Shanahan, I want to say he got lucky. You know what I'm saying? He kind of did get lucky, but he kind of didn't too, because he kept Jimmy G on a roster last year when he wasn't even supposed to be on a roster. He was already supposed to be gone. But I think when they got in training camp and they seen Trey Lance, they was like, hold on now, this young cat ain't ready. Now, they still named him the starter, but they said, oh, okay, now we're going to make Jimmy G the backup. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all remember, Jimmy G at the beginning of the year, he was still on the team technically as a 49er. But when training camp started in the 2022 year, he was not practicing with the team. He was still coming to the facilities, but he was practicing over on the side and shit. You know what I mean? Getting ready. Because the whole thing was they was looking for a trade for him. You know what I mean? They couldn't necessarily find one that they think that, you know, they felt like was fair to them, on top of the fact that I think they, you know, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch had it in the back of their head, like, we might want to, let's see what Trey Lance, you know what I mean? So, and they seen, and they decided to, you did breaking news. Jimmy G and the 49ers have agreed to a 1 year, whatever. And he, you know, so they knew what they was doing. And then I say the lucky thing because Trey Lance got hurt. I'm not saying that, I'm not, saying I'm happy because he got hurt or whatever, but I'm saying that we got lucky with him getting hurt and Jimmy G taking over. because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If Trey Lance was the quarterback for us the whole year last year in 2022, bro, we would have struggled to make the playoffs, dude. Like, we would have just struggled to make the playoffs because he would have struggled as a quarterback, bro. He was not ready to take over. You know what I'm saying? So Kyle Shanahan got lucky in that, you know, with that one right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's so that's Brian Hoyer, CJ Beathard, Nick Mullins, Jimmy G, Trey Lance. That's 5 quarterbacks. Only one quarterback out of those 5 was successful in Kyle Shanahan's offense. And then came along Brock Purdy. And that's kind of also the reason why I say he kind of didn't get lucky. He kind of is because people say, oh, well, no, he drafted Brock Purdy. Yeah, it was the last pick of the draft, but he drafted him. So he was on the roster. So they seen something to say, okay, we need to draft him and we need to keep him. You know what I'm saying? So Kyle Shanahan deserves credit for that. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm saying that is because they want to act like anybody can come in and just run this offense and you gonna just, hey, we going to the bowl. And I just proved to you, no, that's not true. It's been 6 quarterbacks in this offense. Only 2 of them have been successful. The other 4 were not successful. So no, any quarterback can't just come in. And motherfuckers like, oh, well, you're talking about CJ Beathard and Nick Mullins. No, I'm going off what y'all said. Any quarterback. They're quarterbacks. So no, that's any quarterback cannot. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy is the best quarterback that Kyle Shanahan has had in this system, and he deserves credit for that. So my point in saying that is if Brock Purdy is just getting carried and he's only, you know, and he ain't as good as his numbers say, you know, and it's only because of what's around him and all that. Okay, well, why Trey Lance? You know what I'm saying? Trey Lance, I seen his rookie year. There was 1 or 2 games. There was a game where he started, and there was other few games where he got in when Jimmy G was hurt or whatever. I seen enough. I seen it. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. I don't need to see hella. I just need to see a little bit. You know what I mean? I just need to see a game or 2 to know whether you ready or whether you not ready. He was not ready. You know what I'm saying? So, and then Brock Purdy, as a rookie, Mr. Irrelevant, not only the last pick in the draft, not only a fucking rookie, but having to come in just like that at the drop of a dime. And quarterback, not saying, okay, yeah, I'm a rookie and I know that I'm going to be the starter at the beginning of the season. No, this nigga came off the motherfucking bench just like that. Nobody, bro, a year and a half ago, nobody knew who Brock Purdy was. Nobody knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? This fool came in, and that's another thing. Jimmy G, they might not remember this or want to admit to it, but Jimmy G last year, when he took over after Trey Lance got hurt in week 2, because I think Jimmy G got hurt in, I can't remember the week. I think it was either like week 6 or 7 or 8, something like that. You know what I mean? He at least played like 4 games. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to call me right now. He at least played like, you know what I mean? Like 5 or 6 games, something like that. And Jimmy G was having the best. He was having the best 5 or 6 game stretch of his career, even better than 2019. when he was just straight up off the chain. That year we went to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So Jimmy G was balling. I'm talking about Jimmy G was balling. And so I say that because Jimmy G was playing at a certain level. He was playing at a very, very high level. Okay? And Brock Purdy off the motherfucking bench in the middle of the motherfucking season came in and immediately picked up right where Jimmy G left off. There was no drop off. There was none. So I'm saying that, and you know, with the Brock Purdy versus Trey Lance thing, like Trey Lance, it was all this, I'm proving that when I say that all I need to see is a little bit, I don't need to see a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy came, it wasn't all this, he's going to have to grow into, you know, learning how to play the quarterback position and learning how to read the defenses and knowing what's going on out there. It's going to take him a year or 2 years. By the time he's in his third or fourth year, then he'll be ready to. No, he was ready right off the motherfucker. That's all I needed to see. Now, I didn't immediately jump on the bandwagon like that. Yeah, but after a certain amount of games, I'm like, oh, okay. And then once we got to the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? And then he won. I'm like, oh, shit, we good. This the nigga right here. This the nigga. So I'm saying all that to say that he in his second year, they was in the NFC Championship last game. He got hurt in the first drive that we had the ball. Okay, was done for the year. Came back. Now we're in the NFC Championship again. So the over criticizing, you know what I'm saying, and the overlooking the fact that he did enough to win the game and your team won. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about in this episode, as far as like not just the media, fans. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't good. It's not good enough to just win. You got to win in convincing fashion. You got to win a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't used to be like that. It used to be, hey, if you won, you won. You know what I'm saying? You just won the game. We all understood that sometimes you got to win ugly, right? Because guess what? What about this, guys? What about the fact that the other team get paid too, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they want to win too and shit. Like they trying to get to the Super Bowl too and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, how about the fact that maybe sometimes you underestimate a team? You know what I'm saying? And they beat the dog shit out the motherfucking Dallas Cowboys. They were a good team, dog. So, okay, they may have caught us off guard a little bit or whatever. We didn't play as well, but we played well enough to win the game. I'm just happy because of that. We moving on. The San Francisco 49ers are one of 4 teams that's still playing. That's going to play this weekend. So that should be all that matters. But the fans and the media, and I'm listening to like, you know, motherfuckers got to call in and like the worry. Like why you fans so worried? It's like, yeah, we won, but I'm worried because if we play like that, you know, next week then they're gonna lose and this and that. Not necessarily so. Not necessarily so. That's not true. It may be true, but it may not be true. Who knows? We may play the same way and Detroit may play worse and we still win. Or it could be true if we play like that and they play well and beat us. You know what I'm saying? But to just act like you know what's going, because my whole thing is like this. Sports fans, fellow sports fans, you guys do know and understand that what happened in the Green Bay Packers game, that don't carry over to the next week, right? Like y'all know that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't carry over. Like we playing a whole new team now. You know what I'm saying? Like the Green Bay Packers, we don't play them no more. We ain't got to play them no more. We sent them home. So we don't got to worry about them no more. Now we're moving on. We're playing a different team. So what happened in the last game don't mean it's going to happen this next game. You win and you move on. You survive and you move on. You know what I'm saying? There you go. There you go. The Chiefs and the Niners, the only two teams in the NFL that have been to at least four conference championship games since 2018. There you go, right there. And to me, like I said, man, I love Lamar Jackson, but it's these narratives is starting to get me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the narratives, like Brock Purdy has already done more than. If you want to say that Lamar Jackson is better than Brock Purdy, I'm not going. This man finna win his second MVP. I'm not going. But we all know what it matters most. What you do. Joe Montana was known as the GOAT for all of those years before Tom Brady eclipsed him, because of what he did in the playoffs and in Super Bowls and shit. He was also another quarterback that wasn't. This is the reason why Brock Purdy gets compared to Joe Montana and to Tom Brady a lot. You know what I mean? It's because not like style of play wise, but as far as. And to me, it'd be wild when I hear it because I watched Tom Brady's whole career. He was my favorite player before he retired. Now it's Lamar Jackson. When they say this, like this shit, like Tom Brady don't got the arm strength or he's not. I just don't get that. Now I understand there's quarterbacks that have more of a strong arm, like throwing bombs and shit like that. But bro, I've seen Tom Brady throw like. It was nothing wrong with I just don't get it. There was nothing wrong with his motherfucking arm. But let the media tell it and all that. They say that Joe Montana and Tom Brady, like they didn't necessarily have strong arms. Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? One got 7 Super Bowls, the other one got 4 Super Bowls. So I don't give a fuck about how strong your arm is, dog. I give a fuck about winning. So that's the reason why Brock Purdy get compared to them, because it's like he kind of like in the same, like they're trying to say, oh, he's not as you know, all the physical attributes don't just pop out and all that shit. Who gives a fuck? They pop out to me. You know what I'm saying? When he throwing them motherfucking passes that he throwing and to win them games. And so to me, man, I just wish us as sport fans, we can just get back to what matters most, which is your team winning or losing. It's what we do in this era now. This is the reason why they're trying to find ways to put LeBron James over Michael Jordan. How can you do that? Like, you got to win more than him to be considered to be better than him. Like, what the fuck are we? I mean, and then you got to look at how these people have won their championships. A championship is a championship. I'm not trying to take away championships that people have won, but all championships are not created equal. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. In this new era in basketball, super teams and motherfuckers trying to stack teams and all that shit, that's not the same as like what Kobe and Jordan did, getting it out the motherfucking mud. And when I say Kobe, I was like, what about Kobe and Shaq? What about Kobe and Shaq? Go back and look at a lot of those teams. it was those teams were great. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to shit on the role players. I'm not shitting on Derek Fisher. I'm not shitting on Rick Fox and Brian Shaw and Robert Ory. You know what I'm saying? And all of the role players that was on those teams. But my nigga, come on now. Those are not Hall of Fame players. Those are not, and in particular with Kobe, go look at them last two that he won with Paul Gasol. Come on, man. Let's stop this. Let's stop this. Those were no fucking super teams, bro. That was Kobe Bryant saying, I'm the best player in the world. Team, get on my back. We finna go win this fucking championship. That wasn't Kobe saying, well, you know what? I can't get it done, so let me go team up with this other top 5 player in the league and this other top 5 player in the league and this other top 15, 20 player in the league, and let's all of us get together and be on one team so we can stack the deck so much to try to make it so unfair that we don't have a chance but to win championships. And then the motherfuckers still don't win all the championships and shit. Oh man, listen. That shit right there just gets under my fucking skin. Them putting LeBron over Kobe, bro. This is what I'll say about that, because I'm trying to keep it on the mind state of today's sports fan. But this is what I'll say about that. I've always said this, okay? And I did a Snax on Sport episode about this. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's called. It's when I did it like a year or two ago. It's called MJ versus Kobe versus Jordan, M versus LeBron. Basically, okay, you can find it if you go back and go scroll through all of my all of the episodes on Snax on Sports. But basically, what I was saying was that to me, Michael Jordan is in a category all by himself, bro. Like he like just take him out, bro. He's the GOAT. It's no changing that, bro. And the whole thing I've always said is that I don't have no dog in the fight. Meaning, like me growing up, Michael Jordan was not my favorite player. Okay, I grew up in a dope era, born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, became an adult in the 2000s, to where I seen Michael Jordan play. He was not my favorite player, but everybody fucked with him. He was everybody's favorite player, but he was so good that we all had other players that was like our favorite players. Like B.J. Armstrong was one of my favorite players. You know what I'm saying? Reggie Miller. You know what I mean? Then Allen Iverson, and you know what I mean? Shit like that. But nobody did not fuck with Jordan, right? But Jordan is on a mountain, and he's on a plateau all by himself for me. Now, when it comes to Kobe and LeBron, this is what I say, right? I'm taking Kobe over LeBron just because, for one, everything I just said, how Kobe won his championships, he one team his whole career. I'm not knocking players for going to different teams. You're allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's your free agency. You can go to another team. So I'm not knocking them for that. I'm just saying it's levels to the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Kobe Bryant is a better all-around basketball player. Like, he actually has a bag. Like, he's one of the most skilled players of all time, bro. Like footwork and all that type of shit. It's not to take away from LeBron, because it's something to be said for being just physically imposing. But LeBron don't got no fucking bag, bro. Like, his bag is putting his head down and charging to the fucking basket. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. There's something to be said for that. He's the fucking all-time leading scorer and shit now. So I'm not trying to take away, but I'm saying, to me, as a basketball player, who I feel like is the better all-around basketball player, I think that it's Kobe Bryant. Now, what I'll say about that is where I've come to meet the bronzexuals halfway is to say, okay, I'm not gonna fight you if you want to if you want to say, so this what that topic was that last episode. My thing and what I was saying is that the debate should be Kobe against LeBron. If you want to have that debate, if people want to have that debate, okay, cool. We can have that. But Jordan, LeBron, there's no debate, bro. Like, there's no fucking debate. You guys don't, it's laughable, bro. Like, you guys don't understand. Michael Jordan essentially won 6 championships in 12 years, dog. 6 in 12 years. 2 three-peats. Three-peated, quit the game, went to go play a whole nother sport that he hadn't played since fucking high school, and then came back and won 3 more championships in a row. These people do not understand how gangster that is, my nigga. Like, LeBron James couldn't imagine of doing no shit like that. And it's not the wrong that he couldn't do no, he can't. I'm just saying that you're not the GOAT, bro. Man, that's another thing. Every year, bro, Cheyenne, bro, every year, it's laughable, bro. It's like every year at about this time, this man need a new fucking team. He need a new coach. You need to gut the whole team. It's like every year, you need a whole new fucking team and shit. They just got through talking about last year when they ended up going to the motherfucking Western Conference Finals and got swept and shit by Jokic. Somebody see, this is what I'm saying. Jokic is the most unathletic superstar in NBA motherfucking history. Okay? And he's already one of the greatest of all time, bruh. Like, Jokic is a motherfucking monster down there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, every year you need a new team and get rid of the coach. Now it's Darvin Ham's fault. This shit wild, bro. And then they still, y'all want to say that this dude is better than Michael Jordan? When it's only been 3 three-peats in modern time, and Michael Jordan got 2 of them. The other one is Kobe and Shaq's Lakers. Michael Jordan got 2. LeBron never three-peated. Come on, man. So, but I'm saying all that to say, I forgot even why I was saying all that. It was a point, the reason why I was saying all that, man. But I forgot the reason why I was saying that. But the whole thing about it is, back to my original point with the whole the modern sports fan thing, is that we just need to get back to a point where, that's why I was saying that. That's why I was saying that, because if it's about winning, how can LeBron be the GOAT? You don't got more championships than Jordan. You don't got more championships than Kobe. So how you better than them? I don't get that. And people say, it's not all about championships. It's not? It's not all about championships? You guys say some of the most craziest, asinine, just dumb shit just to make your point so you can try to not to be wrong and shit. And I don't have a problem being wrong at all. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that it's not all about championships. The fuck it ain't. Yes, it is. If you want to be compared to GOATs and greats and shit like Kobe and Magic and Bird and fucking Michael Jordan and Kareem and shit, like, what the fuck are we talking about? It is about championships. But when it comes to LeBron James, because he don't got more than Kobe and over Jordan, all of a sudden it ain't about championships. Fuck out of here with that shit, man. Y'all niggas be moving the goalpost. It's almost like it's almost like winning don't even matter no more. Winning don't even fucking matter. It's not even about winning. It's just about looking good and doing it. It's just about, hey, just scoring hella points and shit. These motherfuckers want to make all this motherfucking noise because Joel Embiid scored 70 points a few days ago. I don't give a fuck. This man scored 70 points. This man ain't never even been to a fucking conference finals. Scored 70 in the conference finals. Then I'll have something to say. Giannis Antetokounmpo scored 50 points in a game 6 closeout game to win an NBA championship with the team that drafted him. After that team was dirt shit when they drafted him. That's how you do it. That's how it's done. LeBron can't be the GOAT when Steph and Golden State been real. I mean, dude. Like, it's so many. Any argument that anybody has for LeBron being the GOAT, I got an argument against it. Like, when Michael Jordan was winning championships, nobody else got nothing. It's the reason why y'all consider, and this is the thing. And well, look at who he was playing against. Bro, I grew up in the 90s. I watched the only championship I don't remember seeing of Michael Jordan because I was too young was that first championship against the Lakers. I don't remember that. 10, 11 years when I started paying attention to Michael Jordan was running it. From 92 on, I was. And once he started winning, once he got to the mountaintop, nobody else got nothing. Like, they just didn't get nothing. Like, it was pure domination. They talk about LeBron James has dominated this era. The fuck he has? How you dominate this era when Steph Curry got 4 rings? Kevin Durant got 2 rings. Kawhi Leonard got 2 rings. Giannis got a ring. Nikola Jokic got a ring. Swept your ass last year to win his ring. Who else? Fucking Tim Duncan got rings on your watch. I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about here? Oh, well, no. Michael Jordan kept Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller, Gary Payton, and Sean Kemp. And Dirk got a fucking ring. Oh, and that's the worst of them all. Yo, and that's another thing. Hold on, bro. Hold on. You got me on that shit right now. Hold on. LeBron James, the so-called fucking GOAT, you let JJ Barea, Deshaun Stevenson, and Jason Terry punk you in the NBA Finals to win a championship after talking about not 5, not 6, not 7. Hold on. Not 5, not 6, not 7. Bro. And everybody wants to talk about, I'm sorry. Now, I know there's no way for me to prove this. It cannot be proven. It's just my opinion, but it's what I truly believe. I don't give a damn. Michael Jordan, none of all his 6 championship teams, 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, 98, none of those teams are losing to that 2011 Dallas Mavericks team. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's just what I believe. I seen Michael Jordan play. He's not losing to that team. All they had was Dirk Nowitzki. Now, when I say all they had was Dirk Nowitzki, I'm not trying to say like he was by himself. No, like I just said, Jason Terry, Tyson Chandler, JJ Barea, Deshaun Stevenson, Jason Kidd was on that team in his later stages. All of them people contributed. Okay, but I'm saying when I say all they had was Dirk Nowitzki, I'm saying as the superstar. They just had Dirk Nowitzki. That's it. You're not beating Michael Jordan with just Dirk Nowitzki, dog. That's not going to happen. So, and then in the fashion that it happened, okay, it's one thing if you lose. Dog, you got punked. They took your heart. Like, what do you mean? Kobe lost a couple finals. You ain't never took that man heart. You ain't never seen Kobe Bryant get punked. Now, I know he had that one little episode against the Suns in Game 7, and it was the first round of the playoffs. It was either fucking like 05 or 06, where he decided that he's not going to shoot because he was trying to prove a point and all that. Okay, he was wrong for that. He admitted, okay, I shouldn't have did that. But he was proving a point. Okay, and then he came back and rectified that by winning by going to 3 straight championships with Pau Gasol as his running mate. And Pau Gasol is a Hall of Fame player. I'm not trying to take away nothing from Pau Gasol. He's a great player. Okay, but Pau Gasol there's levels to Hall of Fame players. He ain't, up there like that with the Pantheon greats. You know what I mean? Bro, LeBron can't even beat. Dude. Like, dude, you lost to a old ass motherfucking Tim Duncan. I'm talking about in your prime. I'm talking about prime LeBron James. Miami Heat LeBron James. Y'all got fucking, as Skip Bayless says, y'all got ran off the motherfucking floor in 2014. They came back after Ray Allen saved your bitch ass in 2013. They was so motherfucking mad because they should have won that in 2013. They should have won that. Okay. Game 6, they should have won that. If Kawhi Leonard and Manu Ginobili don't miss them free throws, they was up by 5, my nigga. In Game 6, up 3-2 with under 40 seconds to go. They supposed to win that. But they didn't. The Heat came back and won. Ray Allen hit the shot, into LeBron James' credit. LeBron had a monster game in Game 7. So the Spurs, they left the door open, and the Heat came through and did what they were supposed to do. So it's all good. But I'm just saying that wasn't the Spurs, and that team was being led by fucking Kawhi Leonard, a young Kawhi Leonard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say led, I'm not saying like he wasn't the offensive player then that he is now. So he wasn't leading them as far as like, I'm saying he was leading them as far as he was the young phenom. I mean, he got the Finals MVP when they won it the next year. He didn't average 30 points or nothing, but he played great defense on LeBron, and he was just, he was the overall player that was the biggest reason why, they won that championship, along with Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker. But no, you 100% right. You 100% right. You couldn't even beat an old ass San Antonio team and barely beat them in 2013. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when they say that shit about Michael Jordan, when they say, oh, well, he was like, bro, they say, this is another argument. Well, look, Michael Jordan never played against the greatest team of all time. First of all, I'm a Warriors fan. Y'all see it right here. That 73-9 team was not the greatest team of all time. It wasn't. The 96 Chicago Bulls are the greatest team of all time. Okay? It's just, I'm a Warriors fan, and I'm saying this. And it's another thing about that. If you ask me, this is a Warriors fan. This is a Golden State Warriors fan that has watched my team be in a dynasty this whole last 10 years. And I'm telling you that I don't think that I'm not picking the 16 Golden State Warriors team that won 73-9. I'm not picking the 2017 team that with the first year with KD when they blew through the playoffs and all that shit and had to. I'm not even that won 67 games. I'm not even picking that team to. Michael Jordan teams would have beat those teams. They would have beat those teams. I'm sorry. And the reason why I say that is because I'm not saying it would have been like they would have swept them. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way to prove it. But the reason why I say that, bro, is because I've seen Steph Curry not necessarily be locked up, but I've seen him in moments where you can stop him, bro. Like a lot of times it's him stopping himself if he misses. But they're like, I've seen it. And so what I'm saying with that is, do y'all know who that those Chicago Bulls? Let's take the last 3 Chicago Bulls championship teams. Do y'all know who them perimeter defenders was? That was Ron Harper, that was Michael Jordan, and that was Scottie Pippen. Those, bro. Them is Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen are 2 of the top 5 defenders of all time. That's another thing they forget about MJ. MJ won the Defensive Player of the Year award. Like, come on, man. In that 96 season, Michael Jordan won the league MVP, won a championship, finals MVP, scoring title, all-star game MVP. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Like, just fucking stop it. Like, this dude fucking dominated. And that same year, broke the record for the most wins in a single season of all time. I remember watching the game when they got their 70th win. The record, the Lakers had the record at 69-13. The Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West Lakers. You know what I'm saying? They had the record at 69-13. When the Bulls won their 70th game in 1996, I was watching that game. As a very young teenager, I was watching that game. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks for their 70th win. Okay? Bro, you gonna put, and I'm talking about, these are lengthy defenders. Okay? Michael Jordan is 6'6", with a long, I don't know what his arms, his wingspan is, but it's long in the motherfucker. We already know about Scottie Pippen. Wingspan long in the motherfucker. Same with Ron Harper. So you gonna sit here and tell me like Ron Harper. So I'll put Ron Harper or Michael Jordan on Steph. Okay, I'm not saying you're gonna shut him down, but he not doing all that shit with Ron Harper. I'm not saying he's gonna still be able to get his. He's an all-time great player, Steph Curry. He's my favorite player. Okay, I'm just saying you guys don't understand the type of tenacity on like on some nights, bro. Michael Jordan, Ron Harper, and Scottie Pippen, bro. You couldn't even dribble the ball up the fucking court, bro. Like, that's a tenacious perimeter defense right there. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Ron Harper, and that's just on the perimeter. I'm not even talking about Dennis Rodman, another top 5 defender of all time. I mean, goddamn. Like, I've seen Kevin Durant. I'm not gonna say you gonna lock up Kevin Durant, but I've seen Kevin Durant have his moments where he can be you can get in him a little bit. He did it against us in the 2016 Western Conference Finals when we was down 3-1. Go back and check games 5, 6, and 7, especially games 6 and 7. Like, Kevin Durant didn't. I mean, come on, man. So I'm saying I'll put Ron Harper on Steph. I'll put Michael, like Klay Thompson. Let's just stop. They just gonna take the ball from him. Oh my God. Oh my fucking gosh. Thank fucking you for saying that. I got so much fucking sports knowledge, I'll be forgetting, dog. Like, dude, hold on. So, and this is when KD for surely, this is why he for surely can't be better than Steph Curry. This is why KD for surely can't be better than Steph Curry. Big dog. You got swept in the first round by the Boston Celtics that went, and I'm talking about, bro, that people forget. See, they want to just sweep it under the rug. I forgot about it. That Boston Celtics series with the Brooklyn Nets, dog, That was KD's LeBron versus the Mavericks moment. That was that moment. Like, dude, they locked him the fuck. That Jason fucking Tatum looked like the fucking glove Gary Payton guard this man. Like, dude, I never seen Kevin Durant look like that. Like, he was fumbling the ball. He couldn't make no shots. He was turning the ball over. Like, I never seen Kevin Durant look so fucking discombobulated as he looked in that series when he played for the Brooklyn Nets, and Kyrie Irving was there, okay? And they got swept by the motherfucking Boston Celtics. Y'all got swept. Kevin Durant's supposed to be better than Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry won the Finals MVP against that team. Steph Curry in that Game 6 in Boston did this, pointing at his ring finger in the third quarter. In the third quarter. He said, no, this shit over. This shit over, big dog. We getting number 4. So the Warriors bookmarked Kevin Durant. A championship before and a championship after. Come on, brother. Like, that's it. You're not better than Steph Curry. Come on, man. Like, what the fuck? That cemented to me, Steph Curry was already cemented. That right there just put the cherry on top. And to me, that's partly the reason why they playing how they playing right now. Because the Warriors, they subconsciously, that championship, that it was like a relief for them. They didn't necessarily need it, but it was good. It's good to have that championship after Kevin Durant. So they just shut up everything about, oh, Kevin Durant came to save the Warriors and all that old fucking nonsense bullshit narratives that they be trying to spew to try to prop up Kevin Durant more. Come on, dog. Like, it's all good. And I'm finna do an episode on that too later on tonight about KD. He talking about why he ain't in the GOAT conversation. Big dog, what team did you lead to a championship? You didn't lead no team. Oh, well, he was the Finals MVP and when he went to the World. Man, bro, do you guys understand? Bro, Ty Lue, who was the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, came out and said that KD, yes, I call him KD, yes. I got, like, listen, I be having fun with it, and I talk shit, you know what I'm saying? But really, when it comes, I got less respect for KD. I know how great of a player he is, so it's not nothing personal. I'm just talking shit. But I got less respect for KD than I even do for LeBron. Like, dude, KD has the 2 most weakest championships you could ever have, bro. You lost. You was up 3-1, bro. And I wasn't mad when he came over here. You came to my team. But I'm saying, bro, like, he got some type of delusion to where he think that, like, bro, you lost to a team where you had a 3-1 lead on that same team. They won the most games in NBA history in a single season, and you lost to them, and then you went and joined that team. You went and joined that team, bro. They won a championship before you. They won 70. They went 73-9 before you, and came back on a 3-1 deficit against you. And the leader of their team won an MVP unanimously. That 2016 season that Steph Curry had, Steph Curry is not better than Michael Jordan. That one season, I have never, ever seen no player have a better one season, single season, than Steph Curry had in 2016. He was off the fucking charts. This dude was off the fucking charts that year. I never seen no shit like that. This dude was consistently scoring 40 and 50 points in 3 quarters and not playing the fourth quarter. He was just sitting out the fourth quarter. They up 20, 30, 40, 50 points. He's not even playing the fourth quarter. This man got 40, 50 points. Bro, and that was a 40, 50, 90 year. Like, dude, Steph Curry was off the fucking chain that year. People forget. I'm not trying to give him no excuses, but people forget he got hurt in game 1 in round 1 of that year. That's what derailed that run, along with what happened in the finals with Draymond and shit. That's what derailed it. Game 1 in round 1 against James Harden and the Houston Rockets in 2016. That first half, Steph Curry in the first half of that game 1, go back and look at it. This dude was off the fucking chain in that game. He was playing like the unanimous MVP. In the third quarter, he sprained his MCL and he missed the rest of that fucking series and missed the first 3 or 4 games. I think the first 3 games of the next series against the Portland Trailblazers. And then in that game 4, that was the I'm back game in the second round. So, bro, Steph Curry was not healthy. He was not healthy that whole playoff run. He came back in the second round when he was healthy enough to play. Had that not been the playoffs, he wouldn't have just been out 2 or 3 weeks. He would have been out probably like a month and a half. But he came back because it was history on the line. It was 73-9. He was healthy enough to at least play, but he was not healthy. Y'all talking, Kevin Love shut him down, bro. He didn't have lateral movement, bro. I'm not trying to give him excuses. I'm just saying that's what it was. Cleveland came back, they won. Okay, whatever, because the NBA fucking helped out by fucking suspending fucking Draymond Green for that bullshit because we was getting ready to whoop their ass in 5 games. I never motherfucking forgive the motherfucking NBA for that shit. And that right there is where my LeBron James hate began. Because before that, I didn't have no problem with LeBron James. But it was how he got in the media. For one, it was how he conducted himself in that series. He intentionally tried to get Draymond Green suspended. That's why he did that shit at the end of game 4 when we went up 3-1. When he fucking tripped the nigga, then walked over him. You know what I'm saying? Stepped over him and all, trying to entice him to do some shit because LeBron James knew. I'm watching that game and I'm like, dude, oh shit. Because I never seen LeBron James act like that. Like when he was acting all tough and I never seen him act like that before. Never. So what that told me is, oh shit. LeBron realizes that he can't beat us. He realizes that, damn, I can't beat this team. I was supposed to come back to Cleveland. This was supposed to be my Jordan moment. I was supposed to come back and be serenaded as the greatest of all time. Come back to Cleveland and start winning all these championships. Nobody seen the Golden State Warriors coming. I, as a fan, did not see the Golden State Warriors coming. If any Golden State Warriors fan tell y'all that at the start of the 2014-15 season, that they thought that Golden State was going to win the championship, they're a damn lie. They're a damn motherfucking lie. They were a good team. They were the Warriors at that time before they won a championship were equivalent to like what it'll be equivalent to like maybe like OKC winning the championship this year. Because OKC got a good team this year. And they can win the championship, but if they don't win it, like it'll be similar to something like that. Because that the year before they lost in the first round in the game 7 against the Clippers in LA. You know what I'm saying? And then Mark Jackson got fired, and then they hired Steve Kerr, and the rest is history. But nobody thought the Warriors was gonna win the championship that year. And then they want to say, oh, well, Kyrie got hurt and Kevin Love, this and that. Wait, y'all mean the same Kevin Love that y'all say is a piece of shit? I know he wasn't a piece of shit, but I'm going off what y'all saying. Oh, Kevin Love wasn't this and that. So when y'all want to prop up LeBron James, oh, Kevin Love ain't shit. But when y'all want to make an excuse for why he lost to Steph Curry, oh, it's because, oh, Kevin Love wasn't there. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Golden State tore the script up. Golden State tore the script up. Nobody seen that shit happening. Golden State tore the script up in 2015. The NBA sure damn didn't like that because LeBron was supposed to win it. Period. That's facts. That's nothing but facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when they say that, when they say, oh, well, he didn't have Kyrie and Kevin Love, you guys got to understand. See, when people say that, they're talking about the Warriors that we became to know, the dynastic Warriors. At that time in 2015, the Warriors hadn't won a championship yet. They were still learning how to win. They were going up against the GOAT. LeBron James was up 2-1, 2-1 in that series with Game 4 in Cleveland. So he could have put a stranglehold on that season, on that series in Game 4. They were up 2-1 against little old Steph Curry. And so, yeah, we know what they ended up becoming. But at that time, they weren't that. They hadn't won yet. So you guys can't use the excuse of oh, Kevin Love wasn't there and Kyrie Irving got hurt and all that, because the Warriors were going up against LeBron James. He was the best player in the league at that time, right? Yeah, because Kobe was getting ready to retire that next year. So, and Kobe at that time was, the injuries that caught up. So no, Kobe was not. I finally give it to him. Give it to LeBron at that point. No, Kobe was not the best player in the league no more. His last 2 or 3 years in the league, I give you that, because of injuries, and he was older. His body was beat up because he overworked himself and pushed himself so hard throughout his career. You know what I'm saying? So, and it caught up with him. But the Golden State Warriors were going against LeBron James. Like they were learning how to win. They didn't know how to win. They learned how to win in that series. So all this, when you say, oh, Kevin Love got hurt and Kevin Love wasn't there and Kyrie got hurt, when you saying that, you're talking like the Warriors were the Warriors that we can't. No, they became that later. But they weren't that at that time, so you can't use that excuse. The Warriors aren't that. I don't want to hear nothing about some motherfucker, because if y'all going to say that, then I can easily use the excuse. The next year, in 2016, Steph was hurt. Andre Iguodala got hurt in that series. Andrew Bogut got hurt in that series. And Draymond Green got suspended for a game. And the motherfuckers, oh, well, he was there at Game 6. He was there at Game 7. Yeah. But all they needed was for Game 5 to change the momentum of the series. You just needed that one game. The NBA knew what they was fucking doing. The NBA did not want that series to end so fucking fast, okay, because of money and ratings and all that old other shit. So they said, we gonna throw Cleveland a bone. They probably still thought Golden State was gonna win the series, but they knew by suspending Draymond that would at least open the door up for what eventually happened to possibly happen. And it's exactly what the fuck happened. So just suspending Draymond for that one game, that mattered. Okay? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But man, I done went off on a whole different little tangent now. But fucking my whole thing in saying all of that, and why I even went on that is and start talking about LeBron and all that and KD and all that, is because, like, KD, how can you wonder how you not in the GOAT conversation? Dog, you only got 2 rings. In the 2 rings that you got, bro, dog, they don't understand. Like, the Warriors did not need Kevin Durant to win those 2 rings to win. Bro, they could have had this is my point. The Warriors could have had a player that is not as good as Kevin Durant, and they still would have won that championship. They still would have won the championship. They proved it even after by winning a championship. Because see, when Kevin Durant left the Warriors, he thought he was leaving us for dead. He thought it was over. Yeah, I'm gone now. Yeah, now what y'all gonna do? Yeah, now I'm gone. Now I'm finna go over here. Now I'm finna win some championships over here. Y'all done now. Nigga, we got Steph Curry, one of the greatest players of all time, one of the top 10 greatest players of all time. What do you mean? Yeah, the NBA knew Golden State was whooping LeBron and the refs. Come on, man. Come on, man. And so this is what I'm saying. It's not about winning anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm not mad that KD came. I'm not mad at KD for coming to the Warriors. It's just once all of the narrative now, once KD came and they started to try to diminish Steph Curry, now that's when I wasn't with that. I wasn't with that because I'm like, dude, you guys can't see that Kevin Durant is being allowed to do what he do because he's playing with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. Y'all don't see that shit? My point exactly is, it was something I was getting ready to say earlier that I forgot. Ty Lue, the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, okay, when LeBron was there, okay, he came out and said, Kevin Durant is a great player. You know, we got a game plan for him too. He said, but when we play against the Warriors, we're game planning to stop Steph Curry. He's the engine. If you stop him, okay, then everything else goes haywire. Bro, it's everything proved it. When KD was here. So what I'm saying and what I'm saying that is that they tried to say KD came over here and saved us, and KD was better than Steph. And KD was never the best team over here, best player on the team over here. Steph was always the best player, always. Okay, he allowed for KD to take that role. And another thing is, in 2018, Steph should have won that Finals MVP when they swept the Cavaliers in 2018. Okay, that second championship that they won, Steph should have won that MVP. Okay, he had one off game in Game 3, and KD did have a big game. He hit the shot again, and then in Game 4, KD had a triple-double. But Steph Curry went off that game, and you could see in Game 4 that the whole team was catering towards Steph Curry. In that Game 4 in 2018, they were trying to give. They were all trying to help him get the Finals MVP. You could see it in watching the game, and he was going off. And then at the end of the game, when they talking about Kevin Durant is the Finals MVP again, I'm like, damn. And this is another thing. Before Kevin Durant came to the Warriors, the whole winning the Finals MVP, that was never a thing, bro. Like when I was growing up watching basketball, it was never a thing with who won the Finals MVP. Like that was never like, oh, if you didn't win the Finals MVP on the team, then you like use a bum or some shit, or you didn't do shit. That was never a thing. So that only became a thing once Kevin Durant came to the Warriors, to Steph Curry's team, and then he won the 2 Finals MVPs. That's when it became, oh, well, he's the best player because he won the Finals MVPs. No, he's allowed to do that because of who he's playing with. It's easy for him. All the defenses are geared towards stopping Steph Curry. This motherfucker standing over here in the corner, he better do what he do. All he got to do is catch the ball and shoot it. He need to do that. That's all he got to fucking do. Steph should have won it, and Steph should have 3 Finals MVPs right now. It's sad, bro. Like I'm saying, I'm not mad because he finally got that little one. He didn't need it. I already knew what he was and who he was. But I am glad and happy that he got that Finals MVP in 2022, just because it shut all these motherfuckers up. And it still don't even shut everybody up. And that's my point. It's like winning almost don't even matter no more, bro. They still talk shit. And like I said, but how that relates to all that shit relates to what I'm saying is that it's like, it's not about winning. It's about LeBron got all these stats and he staying around. Now you talking about you want this guy, bro. It's just it's ridiculous. Now you want to. It's all about your son. Now you want to play with your son and all this other shit. I'm not hating on his son. I'm not hating on Bronny. It ain't. It's not. It ain't got. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? That's a kid. But the arrogance of LeBron James to just think that, you know, the NBA can just, they just gonna like, bro. Like, it's cool you want to play with your son and shit, bro, but like, it's just like he just run it, like, bro, like you just run the NBA and shit. But that's the whole thing. It's like, winning don't matter no more. It's about how you look in winning. You know what I'm saying? And that's the frustrating thing with me. Steph should won the 2015-2018 Finals MVP. The league and Nike didn't want Steph to get it because it was going to destroy LeBron's GOAT case. Sure enough, the Finals MVP debate didn't become a thing after the media trashed Steph for not getting it yet in 15 Finals. That was their fault. They should have gave it to him. The last three NBA champions have been disrespected by this LeBron media, especially with the disrespect Jokic be getting. Listen, you 1,000% right about that. And look, and listen, this is another thing I'm going to say, right? Another thing I'm going to say is that Giannis Antetokounmpo, and of course Steph Curry, but Giannis Antetokounmpo and Nikola Jokic done something that LeBron James and Kevin Durant never did. Now, I know LeBron James came back and won that championship in 2016, but Giannis Antetokounmpo and Nikola Jokic, they did it with the teams that drafted them the first time. They didn't. KD never did that. Okay? These players, Giannis and Jokic, won a championship with the teams that drafted them, and when those teams drafted them, those teams were in the gutter. Same with the Warriors. When they drafted Steph Curry, I had season tickets. I was a season ticket holder of the Golden State Warriors for one season in 2009-2010. That was Steph Curry's rookie year. That was the year Kobe Bryant won his fifth and final championship. So I got a chance to see, because Kobe Bryant was my favorite player at that time. Even though the Warriors were my favorite team, Kobe Bryant was my favorite player. I got to see Kobe Bryant play live in person. Okay? I remember I took my daughter to that game. Okay? Dude, the only reason why I had season tickets was because the tickets was so fucking cheap. Like, bro, they called me and shit. Like, and I don't even know how they got my number. It must have been like, you know how like when you go to sports games and sometimes they got shit that go around and, hey, leave your email and leave this and, you know, leave your, you know, so you can be like in the fan base, the fan database and shit. So I'm assuming it was something like that. I probably went to a Warriors game the previous year, or, you know, in previous years or something, and they have my contact info in the database, and, you know, they was calling, you know, locals to offer season ticket prices and shit. Bro, I got 41 home games, all the preseason games, an autographed Monte Ellis jersey, and like some other little souvenirs and shit. And I got a tour of because at that time they were still at Oracle. I got a tour in Oakland. I got a tour of Oracle Arena and was able to go onto the court. You know what I'm saying? And see where the players come out in the locker room and shit. And I paid a little under $1,000, bro, for all of that. 41 home games, bro. Now, bro, it costs you $1,000 to go to the one damn game and shit almost. So I'm saying that to say that's where the franchise was when they drafted Steph Curry. That's where the franchise was. They were in the doldrums, bro. The Warriors, growing up, the Warriors was the worst fucking team in the NBA for hella fucking years and shit. You know what I'm saying? And Steph Curry took that team with the help of, you know, others, but took that team and turned into a championship. Kevin Durant never did that. LeBron James never did that his first go around. I understand he did win a championship with Cleveland, but that's after he left and went and joined Dwayne Wade's team and had to learn how to win from him. Then came back and got help from the NBA to win that one little measly championship, okay? Because fucking Draymond Green got fucking suspended and Steph Curry wasn't healthy. Like it took, and they act like this is the thing that be getting me. And I fuck with Shannon Sharp. I fuck with Shay Shay. But man, this whole notion that they had to go get KD because they knew they weren't going to be able to beat LeBron James ever again because bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. They got Kevin Durant because they could. Everything lined up that way. They were able. It just so happened that year, the TV money and the salary cap went up in that offseason in 2016. And on top of that, Steph Curry was on a 4-year, $44 million deal. At that time, he was grossly underpaid because of his ankle injuries earlier in his career. So he hadn't necessarily broke the bank yet. Because Steph Curry wasn't on like a max deal at that time, just imagine that. This man was making $11 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Until he finally got his contract, his big payday, and while Kevin Durant was there in 17 and 18 and shit. Okay? And since then, he's been getting paid what he should be getting paid. But that's why we were able to get Kevin Durant. If he was on a max deal, we wouldn't have been able to get Kevin Durant because we wouldn't have been able to afford him. Okay? And with the TV money and the salary cap going up. So they went and got him because they could, and he was a free agent. And Draymond Green had already been talking to him all year. Like, hey, dog, come on now. So it wasn't because they felt like they couldn't beat LeBron James again. Like they went like, no, that was not the reason. They just did it because they could. What they did was they won up LeBron. That's another thing. Every team that LeBron James was on, it was a super team. Every team he's won a championship with has been a super team. Oh, well, those teams. Listen, every team that he has intended to win a championship with since he left and went to Miami, just because the team maybe didn't end up the intention was to be a super team. All those Cleveland years, because of Kyrie left, okay, that ain't got nothing to do with Kyrie and Kevin Love. When Kevin Love came over there, Kevin Love was probably the second and third best power forward in the league. Okay, Kevin Love was I'm talking about when he was over there with the Timberwolves. This dude was putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers, 40 and 20 on a consistent basis. What do you mean? That's who he was. And another thing, if you guys notice, they want to talk about LeBron James makes teammates better. No, he don't. Every star player that has played with LeBron James, except for Kyrie Irving, has been diminished. Dwayne Wade, when he went to go play with the Heat, Dwayne Wade had to take a step back. Okay, Chris Bosh, he had to become a spot up 3-point shooter when he was a dog in Toronto, making the All-Star game every fucking year and had the Toronto Raptors in the playoffs. I know they wasn't winning championships, but they were a good team making the playoffs every year. They might have been getting bounced in the first round, but they was a good team making the playoffs. It was Toronto. You know what I'm saying? He was an all-star. Okay? Chris Bosh was probably a top 10 player in the league at that time. But they were diminished. Okay? When he went back to Cleveland, Kevin Love had to dumb his shit down. Once again, he had to become a spot-up 3-point shooter. He wasn't able to be the player that he was when he was with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kyrie Irving didn't diminish only because, see, Kyrie Irving was young at that time. He was All we knew about Kyrie Irving at that time was that he was a great young phenom and he could do some things. But he hadn't done that yet. He didn't have no accolades or nothing like that. So there was nothing to really diminish from Kyrie because he hadn't even accomplished even what Kevin Love had accomplished at that time. You know what I mean? I don't even know if Kyrie, when Kyrie got drafted, I believe in 2011, LeBron James went back to Cleveland in 2014. So I'm not even sure if Kyrie had even made an all-star team yet. He had only been in the league for 3 years. He may have made one. He may have made one. But he may not even have made an all-star team. So he was still on the ascension. He was a good player. I'm not saying he was a good player. That's the reason why LeBron wanted to go back over there, because he's seen that young boy over there. Okay? So he was already good. Okay? But he hadn't accomplished nothing yet. So there was nothing like to be diminished. Kevin Love was already a perennial all-star, was already an all-pro. Same with Dwayne Wade had already won a fucking championship and been a finals MVP. Chris Bosh was already a top, and Dwayne Wade was a top 5 player in the league at that time. Okay. Kevin Love was a top 10 player in the league when he came to Cleveland. Okay. Kyrie Irving wasn't a top 10 player like that. He probably was like maybe top 10. Like he was a good player, but he wasn't like top 20 yet. You know what I'm saying? Like he was still on the come up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the same with Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was a perennial, and they all had to diminish their games. The only one that didn't was Kyrie Irving because of the reasons I just stated. When he went to the Lakers, when they brought Russell Westbrook over there, okay? That was they wanted Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook got all the blame, all this. Now he had to diminish his game and be a lesser version of himself to play with LeBron James. So how you make the players better? They become worse when they play. Star players become worse players when they play with LeBron James. Okay? And I want to say the same about Anthony Davis. Although now, all of a sudden now, it seems like Anthony Davis is now finally starting to take that role as being like the top dog. He's played well for the most part over the whole year. But even before this year, he's hurt a lot, and LeBron James was still the best player on the team. Anthony Davis was still doing his thing. You know what I mean? But maybe not Anthony Davis to the greatest degree of diminishing, but even Anthony Davis, he cool with being Robin. He cool. Like he, you know what I'm saying? So how does LeBron James now role players? Okay, all right. Kyle Korver hit some shots, and Mike Miller when he was over there with the Heat, and fucking Mario Chalmers. Okay, but was that LeBron James making them better, or was it just the whole team just in, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Now, I'm not trying to take away, because LeBron James is a great passer and all that shit. He's one of the most intelligent players of all time. I give him that. But the consistent capping that the media do to prop this man up more than what he should be, it makes me what's the word? It nauseates me. It makes me want to fucking puke, because they're trying to. LeBron James has just tried to fabricate and manufacture rings and trick people into thinking that he's the GOAT by doing all of this shit, and then gonna sit up there and say, "Yeah, that one right there, that made me the greatest of all time." No, it didn't, bro. Beating the greatest, that 73-19, that was not the greatest team of all time. Michael Jordan's 96 Bulls was the greatest team of all time. So he didn't beat the greatest team of all time. And that's another point I was getting ready to make. Was that's the thing that these new millennials, or these motherfuckers. Now, if you never seen Michael Jordan play, I give you somewhat of a pass, because I give you somewhat of a pass because you didn't see him. The shit that bugs me
is even motherfuckers older than me that's talking this LeBron James shit. Like, bro, you know this man is not better than Michael Jordan. You know this. And you saying this bullshit off stats and all this other shit. But they'll say, Michael Jordan never played against the greatest team of all time. You know why? You know why he never played against one of the greatest teams of all time? Because he was on the greatest team of all time, you fucking dummy. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. His team was that team. And why that's so important is because, bro, you can go across all sports. There's never, it may be an exception that I'm not thinking about, okay? And I think maybe one that I'm thinking about right now are the Spurs and the Lakers of the 2000s. Outside of that, there are never like two dynasties coinciding at the same time. Never. Go look at the fucking New England Patriots. You always have other teams that come along and that are great for a year or two or maybe 3 or 4 years, but they're not a dynasty though. So there are never so my point in saying that is that Michael Jordan's team was the dynasty of that era. So that's the reason why he didn't play against another dynasty, because he was on it. And they were a dynasty because he was on the fucking team and shit. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James had a chance to make his teams a dynasty. He couldn't do it because he ain't fucking good enough. He wasn't good enough to dominate the league the way Michael Jordan did. What do you like? Bro, there's a whole nother dynasty during the LeBron James era. Like, how, bro? So it's not that, like I said, Reggie Miller, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Patrick Ewing, Gary Payton. I understand Gary Payton ended up getting a ring with the Heat in 2006 later on in his career. But I'm talking about when he was the dude, when him and Sean Kemp was them ones in Seattle. Like, these motherfuckers forget, bro, those Utah Jazz teams, that 97 and 90, bro, them Jazz teams, bro, those teams, dog, like them teams were fucking awesome, bro. Like, them teams was fucking magnificent. To us later on in 2024, looking back on it, it seems like whatever y'all want to make it seem like, because it's history now. But at that time, bro, Charles Barkley in 93 won the MVP, bro, with the Phoenix Suns when he, like, and that's another thing. Y'all see Charles Barkley, yeah, he say some dumb shit, but he's entertaining, he's funny. Dude, Charles Barkley is one of the greatest players of all time, dog. I got him in my top 20. Okay, he can't be top 10 or maybe top 15 because he didn't win a championship. But he was so great, I cannot have him outside of my top 20. That's how great of a player that Charles Barkley was. Like, it later on, like I said, now it's easy to like forget that because it's in the past now, and he didn't win a championship. So as time goes by, it kind of it's like you kind of forget how great certain players were if they didn't win a championship. But Karl Malone was all time fucking great. Like, this dude for the longest had the second most points in NBA history of all time. He was only behind Kareem. Like, bro, there's something to be said for that. What do you mean? John Stockton. Like, these are the reason why they don't have rings is because of Michael Jordan. LeBron James had his chance to prevent Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and even players that he didn't play up against in the finals, like Jokic, like Giannis. He was still in the league. You had a chance to prevent them from winning championships, like Michael Jordan prevented all his contemporaries from winning championships. You weren't good enough to do it. Don't try to diminish those players and say they wasn't shit because they didn't win a championship. No, they were shit. I watched them. Them was all-time great players. Okay? It's just they weren't good enough to get past Michael Jordan. There's no shame in that. Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. But to sit up there and try to make excuses to try to prop up LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? Because he's failed so many fucking times. Come on, man. Like, don't do that. That's my problem with the whole situation. That's why, you don't do nothing but hate on LeBron. Nah, I don't. Y'all, if y'all want to call it hating, okay, fuck it. I'll call it hating. I have fun with the shit on Facebook and all that. You know what I'm saying? I have fun with the shit with my little posts and all that other shit and talk shit and laugh and all that other shit. But it's some seriousness behind it, though. Like I said, I got no dog in the fight. Michael Jordan wasn't my favorite player growing up. If there was another player that was better than Michael Jordan and I seen it, I would say it. I have not, since Michael Jordan has played and retired, since then, I have not seen another player come into the league and be better than him and dominate. I just haven't seen it. He retired in 2003 with the Wizards. Since then, I have not seen, but I'll just say in 98 when he retired with the Bulls. He was in 98. To me, Kobe is the closest. Kobe was the closest thing. But even Kobe was my favorite. Kobe was more of my favorite player than Jordan was. But I'm not putting Kobe above Jordan. He wasn't better than Jordan. He got close, but he wasn't better. Just because he's my favorite player, I ain't finna be like, oh, yeah, he better than Michael Jordan. No, he wasn't better than Michael Jordan, bro. That pains me to say because, like I said, he was my favorite player. But it don't pain me to say. But I'm saying I would love to say Kobe Bryant is the greatest of all time. He's not. Now, I got him second greatest. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't have him above Michael Jordan. He don't got more rings. And he lost in the finals a couple times. Jordan never lost. What do you mean? Jordan got 2 3-peats. Kobe only got 1. Like, everything says that Michael Jordan was better. So, I mean, I'm not no fanboy like that. I'm a fan of Kobe, but I'm not a fanboy to just put him ahead of Michael Jordan just because I'm a fan of him. Nah, Jordan is the greatest of all time, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and he did that shit. Jordan did. This nigga LeBron is on his 21st year, nigga. You got 4 rings. I'll give you 3.5. That bubble shit and during the pandemic. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, listen, y'all won a championship. All right, whatever. But come on, man. Everybody knows that year was all off and fucked up, bro. Like, there was no traveling. Like, y'all was in one spot. It wasn't no fans. That wasn't like that. That was just, I understand the NBA had to do what they had to do to crown a champion that year. And everybody that went over there all the teams that went over there was under the same conditions. So it wasn't like the Lakers had more of it, some type of advantage or something than other teams. No, everybody was in the same conditions. I'm just saying, regardless of whoever would have won that championship, it's an asterisk beside that, bro. I give you, okay, the history books are going to say the Lakers are the 2020 champions. I give you that. I'm not trying to take that away. I'm just trying to say it's a little, it's a little story that goes with that championship. I'm sorry. It's not the same, okay? But 4 championships, look how hard it is for LeBron James to win these championships. He won in 2012 and 2013. Then didn't win again until 2016. Then didn't win again until 2020, and then hasn't won since then. And he's been in the league since 2003, and he didn't win his first championship until 2012. So look at all of those. Look how hard it is, and he is one of the greatest players. I'm not saying that LeBron James is not one of the greatest players of all time. He is one of the greatest players of all time, but I have him in my top 10, okay? Even with him being one of the greatest players of all time, look how hard it is to win these championships. And look how easy Michael Jordan made it seem, bro. Michael Jordan essentially won 6 championships in 12 years. And I'm going to break it down to you real quick. I'm finna get off this live, though, because I got to get going. But I'm finna break this shit down. Michael Jordan came into the league in 1984. Okay, in the 84 and 85 season. Okay. He won his first championship in 1991. Okay, so it took him 7 years to win a championship. Okay, and even before he won a championship, he was in the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years in a row before. So he was already knocking on the door. And everybody knew that this man was the best player in the league even before he won a championship. They all knew it. Bird said it, Magic said it, Isaiah said it, they all said it. They knew he was unanimously known as the best player in the league before he even won a championship. They knew he was the best player. They knew he was coming. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me get back to my point. It took him 7 years to win his first championship. Once he finally got to the top, that was it. 91, 92, 93. So what that means is, okay, and he three-peated. That was the first three-peat. Okay? There was a few teams that got close. The Lakers in the 80s, they went back-to-back, but they never three-peated. Okay? That was the first three-peat since Bill Russell's Celtics in the 60s, nigga. So nobody had three-peated for 30 fucking years. Okay? So that means in year 7, year 8, and year 9, he gets championships 1, 2, and 3. So that means he got 3 championships in 9 years. His first 9 years, he won 3 championships. Okay? That's a ratio of saying that in nine years, he's going to win a championship 33% of the time. 33%. So that means 1 out of every 3 years, he's on average, he's winning the championship. Okay? That's just the first 9 years. So then he say, because he three-peated and that hadn't happened for 30 years and shit, he say, you know what? He lost it. He's like that. Like, this shit too easy. I need a new challenge. Okay? I'm going to retire. I'm going to quit. I'm going to go play baseball. Now, for anybody that plays sports, that then play basketball, football, and baseball, I would probably say baseball might be the hardest to be successful at. If you get a base hit 3 out of 10 tries, they call that a success. If you bat 300, you're a good hitter. If you get a hit, if you're only successful 30% of the time, you a good hitter. That's how hard baseball is. Okay? So because of your hand-eye coordination, bro, these motherfuckers is throwing that ball 85, 90 miles per hour or more. But you know how hard it is to even get contact on the ball. Okay? Let alone get a base hit. Just for the bat to touch the fucking ball when somebody's throwing it that fast coming at you, bro. Like, dude, that's fucking hard to do. So Michael Jordan went to go do that. That's what he went to go do for a year and a half. Baseball went on a strike, and he said, you know, all right, I guess I done got my basketball Jones back. I'll go back and play. And proceeded to win 3 more in a row after taking a 2-year hiatus. So now, and I'll take it a step further. Okay, no, let me finish. Okay, so okay, years 7, 8, and 9, he wins championships 1, 2, and 3. He misses the whole 93-94 season. Okay. The 94-95 season is the year that he comes back. That's a whole nother episode I could do a Snax on Sports about, bro. I was a kid. Bro, y'all don't understand, bro. If you were not around for that time, if you were not a kid at that time, you don't understand. When Michael Jordan announced that he was coming back to the NBA, bro, do y'all know how fucking happy we was as kids? Like, dude, that was like, bro, Jordan is fucking coming back. And like I said, he wasn't my favorite player, but he was Michael Jordan. So that was like, bro, like that was like, oh man, that was just fucking like, you couldn't, as a sports fan, especially as a kid, like, bro, you just couldn't ask for a better, but whatever. Michael Jordan came back, right? 94, 95, but he came back with only 17. He came back with only 17 games to go in the season, bro. So that man rusty, bruh. That man wasn't Michael Jordan. He wasn't Michael Jordan when he came back. He had to work himself into being Michael Jordan again, bro. He came back with 17 games to go in the regular season. So he essentially missed that whole season. He didn't play that whole season like that, bro. Okay? And it's the reason why I'm saying that. I'm going to come back to that. Okay? So they get bounced out by the Orlando Magic this is Shaq and Penny's Magic with Horace Grant that came over there that won his first 3 championships with the Bulls. Okay? And they had a young Brian Shaw and Nick Anderson and Dennis Scott. The Orlando Magic was hot shit at that motherfucking time. Okay? Penny and Shaq was the new fucking Magic and Kareem and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they lost that series. Okay? Michael Jordan came back that next year in 95-96 and proceeded to win 72 games and win the most games in NBA history for a single season, bro. So what that means is he came back, right, returned to the league with 17 games to go and was, he wasn't his full self. All he needed was just a summer. He just needed one fucking summer to come back. He just needed a few months to come back and proceed to be the greatest player in the world and win 72 fucking games. Okay? That's all he fucking needed. Like, that's just ridiculous. And then, so he won it 96, 97, 98. So that would be, I'm going to give him the 94, 95 season. Even I'm gonna give all you Bron sexuals the 94, 95 season. Even though he didn't play that whole year, right? I'll still give that to you. So I'll say that's year 10. Okay? So year 11, he wins number 4. Year 12, the year after the 70. Now, the year after the 72-10 season, y'all know what their record was? 69-13. They don't even talk about that year in 97. They almost won 70 games again. They would have went back-to-back 70-win seasons, bro. Y'all will try to tell me some other niggas to go. All right. But they won 69 games. Okay. So that was year 10, he wins number 4. Year 11, he wins number 5. Year 12, he wins number 6. So now, what you're telling me is this man has won 6 championships in 12 years. That means every other year, he's winning a championship. That's what that means. And then all of a sudden, now that's the Last Dance, 98, because Jerry Krause and them, they want to break it up. They tired of Phil Jackson. They tired. It's too much damn winning. And Michael Jordan was like, well, I'm not finna play for nobody else. Why would I do that? I don't want all my championships with Phil Jackson. And y'all want to bring some other motherfucker in and have me play up under him and then rebuild and all this shit. And Scottie Pippen was tripping off his contract, so he wasn't going to be there probably that next year. No, I'm not playing for nobody else, so I'll just retire. So he retired. Okay? So won his first championship in year 7, second championship in year 8, third championship in year 9, fourth championship in year 11. I made a mistake previously. Okay, fourth championship in year 11, a fifth championship in year 12, and sixth championship in year 13. So 6 in 13 years. That's still basically saying you win it every other year. Okay, but I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why I'm throwing that Wizard shit out. And he was a little better than what people remember for the Wizards too. But I'm throwing that Wizard shit out. Get the fuck out of here. All you bronze sexuals, y'all want to include the Wizards year because that helps y'all for whatever y'all think that help y'all LeBron debate. The GOAT debate for LeBron. Bro, dude, this dude was out for 3 years. He was the fucking owner of the team and shit, bro. He came back because he's a competitive motherfucker. He wanted to still play the game, bro, and he knew he could still play. So he played at 38, 39, and 40 years old. Come on, man. Like I'm not, you can't count that. Okay? So I'm just taking the Bulls years. That's 6 championships in 13 years. But you know why I do say 6 in 12 years? Because guess what? His second year in the league, he broke his foot and was out for 63 games that year. And then came back in the playoffs, and then that was the year he went for 63 against the Boston Celtics, and Larry Bird called him God, and he's Jesus Christ in sneakers. He's God in sneakers and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was his second year in the league, and he missed almost the whole year with a broken foot. The Bulls didn't even want him to play for that year. But just like in the motherfucking they didn't even want him to play that year. So that's the reason why I say 6 and 12, because he essentially didn't even play that year. So he essentially won 6 championships in 12 years, bro. And so my point in saying all that is Michael Jordan, once he got to the top, he made it look fairly easy. It was not easy to do. He just made it look that way. LeBron James got to struggle and climb and put super teams together and get coaches fired. And you need new players, new teammates every year, and blame this motherfucker and blame that motherfucker. And still barely, come on, man. Just stop it, bro. So all of those reasons and even more, bro. It's even more reasons than that. I never said that LeBron James is not one of the greatest players of all time. He's just not the greatest player of all time. And I don't believe he's better than Kobe either. No, I don't. But I can at least stomach that debate. I can at least stomach a Kobe LeBron debate. That's the real debate. And for those that choose to take LeBron over Kobe, I'm not going to fight you over it no more. I got Kobe over LeBron, but whatever. You want to take LeBron over Kobe, whatever. But at least I'll have the. I'm not having no LeBron Jordan debate, bro. There's no debate there. Michael Jordan is clear-cut better than him. Okay? Michael Jordan, he don't. Oh, the total points. Dude, Michael Jordan did not play to be the all-time scorer. He even said it in an interview. You can pull up an interview where he said this shit back in the 90s. He said, I don't play for stats. I play to win championships. He said, if I play for stats, I would be going after. He said this out of his own mouth. You can go pull it up. You can find it on YouTube. He said, if I play for stats, I would be going after Kareem's all-time record. He said this back in the 90s. He said it back in the 90s and shit. He was like, that's not why I played. I'm not. And hence, that's the reason why he retired in 93. Because he won championships and it wasn't a challenge for him no more. So he's like, I ain't finna just be playing and just be playing. It's not a challenge for me no more. I don't want 3 championships in a row. That shit ain't been done in 30 years since the Russell Celtics and shit. So I need to go do something else, man. I need a new challenge, man. Let me go play baseball. If it was all about statistics for Michael Jordan, he would have never retired in 93, bro. He would have never retired. And the only reason why he came to play back, if he came back to play, is because his love for the game came back once he retired. He just needed a little break. That's all it was. He never stopped loving the game. He just needed a break. He grew tired of it a little bit because of it wasn't because the NBA made him retire because of the gambling. Man, ain't nothing to do with that shit, bro. It ain't had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So Michael Jordan didn't play for statistics, bro. It just so happened to be he had to play that way, and he was so great, and he scored so many points that he garnered a lot of sticks while doing it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the reason why he was playing. LeBron James is playing right now to see, because he know he ain't gonna catch Jordan in rings. He ain't so he he already knows that. So now what he has to do is he got to hang around the game and continue to play more and continue to try to put the total counting numbers so far ahead that it and this is why I say it tricks certain fans that aren't as knowledgeable into thinking, oh, well, this guy must be the go. Look at all these points he got. Look at all these numbers. Look at all these stats. He's going to be top 10. He's the most points all the time. He's going to be top 5 in assists. He's going to be top 5 in rebounds. It's just because he's playing for fucking ever. And I give LeBron credit for keeping his body, taking care of his body over the years. But it's not just taking care of his body. Yes, it is taking care of his body, but it's not just that. What LeBron James has is God-given. You can't teach that. You can't, because Kobe Bryant did the same thing. He took care of his body just the same way, but he wasn't blessed he was blessed with physical gifts, obviously, but I'm saying he wasn't blessed with just like the physical gifts that LeBron James had. So, yeah, it's part of LeBron James. It's like they be saying, so my point in saying that is because they'll say, I remember back in the day when he was playing with the Heat and Dwayne Wade started to have his injury issues, I would hear Stephen A say, he need to train with who LeBron James training with. That got nothing to do with it. They got different body types. LeBron James is the fucking Terminator, bro. That's what I give him over Michael Jordan. He's more, he's indestructible, bro. Like, this man don't never fucking get hurt now. Later on in his career, like the past couple years, okay, he been getting a few more little dings in the bang, but it's just because he's getting older now. That's what that is. But it's something to be said for the fact that he's still in shape. He's still playing at the level that he's playing. But it's a lot of things that go into that. For one, he got that God-given physical attributes, okay, that God gave him. That God gave him that. You can't teach that. You can't, you know what I'm saying? So you got that. But you also have the benefit of the new Millennium doctors and all the new technology and all the info that we have now, you know what I'm saying, that says, hey, to do this to extend your career and all the medicine and all of that it has progressed over the past 20 years. So you got the benefit of that too. So and how you know that that's true is because look at how lots of players across all sports are playing longer into their careers now. Okay, it isn't just LeBron James. Okay, look at Steph Curry. Steph Curry, 35. He's getting ready to be 36. That ain't no, and yeah, he's a young man in life. But that ain't no spring chicken in sports. You old at 36, but now you're starting to see that players are starting to play longer into their careers now. Because same with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant getting up there. But they're starting to play longer into their careers while still being somewhat still in their prime. You know what I mean? It used to be, okay, yeah, you might be able to play till you 36, 37, 38, but you ain't in your prime no more. Now 36-year-old, 35, and 36 and 37-year-olds are still in their prime. Like, they're still able to, like, help lead teams to championships and shit. Where it used to be, 20, 30, 40 years ago, if you was 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, yeah, you might still be playing, but you're a role player now. And it's still, for most athletes, it is still that. But you are seeing players across all sports playing longer into their career now, because they got the advantages of, like I said, all the doctors now, all the medicine, all the new technology, and all the information that we have that, you know, that tells us what to do and what not to do to be able to extend your career. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm saying that to say, dog, if Michael Jordan played, LeBron James better be, you fucking bronzosexuals better be lucky that this man didn't play 21 years. Because he would have blew all the motherfucking stats out of the water. Like, bro, he has the highest scoring average. Like Will Chamberlain got all the numbers as far as like the big guy against the 100-point games and all that. But Michael Jordan has the highest scoring average of a career in NBA history. Wilt is second, okay? But Michael Jordan is, I think he's 30.1 points per game over his entire career. That's number one. That's over Wilt Chamberlain, who was scoring 100 points a game and shit. Because, see, all they talk about now with Wilt, and it's not to the rest of peace, Wilt Chamberlain, one of the greatest of all time, top 10. You know what I'm saying? Or actually, to be honest with you, since Steph came along, yeah, I mean, I think I kind of got Wilt kind of a little bit outside in them 10 right now. My bad to all the OGs and all that. But, you know what I mean? I got to have Steph in my top 10 now. I'm sorry, he got more rings than Wilt. Wilt changed the game too, but I just gotta, hey, my bad, but I just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, man. I mean, I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, nah, man. It's if Jordan wanted to, he could have, but he wasn't going after that. Jordan did what he needed to do in the amount of time that he did. He wasn't, and see, this is another thing. See, before Michael Jordan, like Jordan set the standard, bro. Yep, there were all-time greats before Jordan, and I respect Jordan because he ain't never came out and said I'm the GOAT. He always said I will never say that because that disrespects all the players that came before me, all the players that I never got a chance to play against. But he ain't got to say it. I'll say it for you. You the GOAT, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But, and I think deep down he knows. He just ain't going to, he got enough respect to, he ain't going to say that. But as he shouldn't. Let all of us say it for you, right? But if he wanted to do that, like he was able to get what he needed to get done in that, and so another thing about it is Michael Jordan didn't Michael Jordan set the standard, my nigga. So meaning before Michael Jordan, there was really no GOAT. Like there was no like GOAT conversation. The GOAT conversation or Michael Jordan being the greatest of all time or being the GOAT or whatever, or the best player in history, it started with Michael Jordan. It wasn't there was really none of that before Michael Jordan. So he the one that set that standard, right? So in saying that, I'm saying so like LeBron James is chasing the ghost of Michael Jordan. That's the reason why he's hanging around to play. There's nothing else for this man to accomplish. You know, I mean, if you want to continue to win more, I understand that. I mean, I don't got a problem with him still playing. Play as long as you want to play. You know what I'm saying? Because once you're done, you're done. So play as long as you want to play. I don't got a problem with that. But I'm saying that he's chasing the ghost of Jordan. Jordan wasn't chasing anything when he was playing. All he was chasing was winning. He wasn't chasing saying, I got to do this. I got to get these amount of rings because I need them to say I'm better than this other player. I need them to say I'm better than Kareem. I need them to say I'm better than Magic. I need them to say I'm better than Bird. No, he wanted to win to be in that conversation just because he wanted to win, but he wasn't chasing. So how can you be better than the motherfucker that set the standard? You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga Michael Jordan's logo is on LeBron James jersey and shit. The Jumpman logo is right there on all the jerseys. Yeah. How you better than him? So, not to mention the shoes and all that. And then, but I ain't even gonna talk about that. I ain't even gonna talk about the Jordan brand, the shoes. How motherfuckers wearing like this nigga shoes is more popular now than they was when he was playing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And keep getting more popular. I ain't even gonna talk about that. And see, because that's what they want to do with LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? They want to use all this other shit. Oh, well, off the court and all this. Man, nobody. We're not talking about that. So now what y'all doing is now now y'all want to take it off the court, and now it's about the type of person you are. now so y'all changing it now because y'all want to put this nigga in. Well, look, he started a school, and look what he says on Twitter every time there's a police shooting where a black gets killed or something like that by the hands of a cop. And look what he said. LeBron James tweeted some shit. So yeah, he's better than Michael Jordan. Didn't never say that. So what? Michael Jordan knew his place. Michael Jordan. See, LeBron James, he want to be liked by everybody. He want to be all things to everybody. He want to be the greatest basketball player of all time. He want everybody to think he the greatest human being of all time. And all that shit. Michael Jordan stuck to his lane. I'm a basketball player. I'm not a politician. I'm not none of that. I play basketball. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I got an opinion on. I don't got an opinion on all this shit that's going on. I don't mean he don't give a fuck about it. And he's saying fuck everybody else and what they got going on, and he don't give a fuck about others and don't care what, you know. But dude, I'm just a human being that's a basketball player. I can't save the world, big dog. So I'm just gonna stay in my lane. See, and LeBron James tries to use all of that to help his GOAT debate and all that other shit. That ain't got nothing to do with if you the GOAT, bro. If you was a motherfucking GOAT, you wouldn't have lost in 2011 to Dirk the Whiskey. Yeah, so, because Jordan wouldn't have lost to him. So, not taking away nothing from Dirk. Dirk is an all-time great. I'm not taking what I'm just saying. Michael Jordan wouldn't have lost to that team. He just would have did it. So, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But I done went off and went on a tangent, man. My guy Cheyenne. Let me see. I used to could okay, top chat, live chat. Okay, there you go. There you go. Oh man, okay. Cheyenne, my bad, bro. I couldn't see none of your latest shit, man, because I couldn't see this. But yeah, no, you right. You right. Let me see. People forget about Hakeem's too. But no, I don't forget it. Hey, listen. Okay. Kyrie. Okay, I'm just now seeing this, Cheyenne, because for the longest I wasn't seeing the chat. I don't know what happened, but I'm able to see it now. But now when you say, okay, Kyrie was All-Star MVP in 2014. Okay, so Kyrie had made at least one All-Star. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, that's the reason why he wanted to go over there. He was trying to formulate another super team. See, LeBron James, he wants to always stack the deck to make it easy for himself to win championships, so that way people can say that he's the greatest of all time. That's all it's about. He don't give a fuck about nobody else. He just give a fuck about himself and his own legacy. That's all he's fucking doing. Everybody, I see this shit from clear as day. And that's the reason why he hasn't surpassed Michael Jordan in championships. It's because he's trying to do it that way. You're not going to be rewarded for trying to do it that way. Yeah, you may squeeze one or two up out of there, but you ain't going, the basketball guys ain't going to reward you like that, player. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and then when you said people forget about Hakeem's 2 rings with the Rockets. I don't. I don't now. I will say, I do say this. There's no way to prove it, okay? But I am one of the ones that subscribes to the fact that if Michael Jordan would have never retired, I think he would have won them two too. Who's to say that he wouldn't? Like, he won 3 in a row, then retired, and then came back and won 3 more in a row. So what am I to think that he wouldn't have won them other 2 in the middle when he retired? But that's just me. But still, at the same time, your point is correct. The Houston Rockets won those 2 championships during Jordan's retirement. And for me, okay, Hakeem is right there on my top 10. He's on the borderline too. It's like, is he 11, 12? He's right there though, for me. You know what I'm saying? But however, like I have Shaq ranked higher than him. Like I got Shaq in my top 10. I got Shaq at like 6 or 7, something like that. And I have, even though Tim Duncan wasn't a center, he was a power forward, I have him ranked over Hakeem because he got more rings, okay? But do I honestly believe, because Tim Duncan was a dog, okay? But do I really think that Tim Duncan was a better player than Hakeem? I don't know if I can necessarily say that, but I give him the edge because he got the rings. He has 3 more rings, so I got to give him that edge, okay? But for me, on my personal, not because like I said, I got Shaq as a center ranked higher than Hakeem. Even though it's a dichotomy with that too. Hopefully that's the right word for it. But it's some. I struggle with that too because even though Shaq, if not the most dominant player in the league in NBA history, the second most dominant player in history behind Wilt Chamberlain, him and Wilt Chamberlain might be tied. Even though he's the most dominant player in league history and he has 4 rings, which is 2 more than Hakeem, they went head to head in the finals, Shaq and Hakeem. And I'm talking about Shaq couldn't see this man. Okay. Now, Shaq did his thing in that finals too. He wasn't no scrub or nothing like that. He got his numbers. But if you was fortunate enough to watch that series, how I did in 1995 when I was 12 years old, okay, he didn't. Shaq couldn't do nothing with Hakeem. He couldn't do nothing with him. Okay, Hakeem was I'm talking about doing that. Man, Hakeem was just something special, bro. So I'm saying that to say that, and Hakeem is probably top 3 greatest defenders of all time, either 1, 2, or 3. You know what I'm saying? But I say that because for me, as a center, I'm on my personal team. My center is Hakeem Olajuwon over Kareem, over Wilt, over Bill Russell, over Shaq, over David Robinson, over Patrick Ewing, give me Hakeem Olajuwon. That's who I want as my center on my personal top 5. So no, I ain't forget about Hakeem's 2 rings, and you know what I'm saying? But yeah, LeBron 3, 6, and 2. 3, 6, and 2. What you mean with that? As finals record? Because he's 4 and 6 in the finals. But I know if you're saying 3, 6, and 2, I know you're saying that for a reason. But let me see. I'm waiting on LeBron and Adam Silver is out the NBA. Adam Silver be on that BS with the change of the All-Star game format in season tournament. I 100% agree with you, big dog. Like, I wholeheartedly agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Is that, hey, I'm not going to say I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not going to somewhat miss LeBron when he's gone and he's not playing anymore. I'm going to miss hating on him and talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm waiting. I'll wait on that time too, man, because this shit is just. But knowing him, and this is another thing about Michael Jordan, where he don't give a fuck about none of this shit. He's secure in himself. He don't gotta say that he to go. Okay. You hear nothing from Michael Jordan. He does not talk. He don't give a fuck. Somehow or another, it strikes me that once LeBron retires, he's gonna always seem to find his way in front of a microphone and a camera just to remind us, hey, remember me, LeBron James? One of the greatest basketball players of all time. Don't forget about me, even though I'm not playing anymore. Michael Jordan ain't got to do that. Michael Jordan ain't got to do that. Like he doesn't give a fuck about the spotlight, about all that. He's not doing that. LeBron James his ego is so everybody. All these athletes have ego. I'm not trying to say Michael Jordan don't have an ego, but I'm saying his ego is he has to be known as like, I'm the best. I'm the greatest. It's all about me. You know what I'm saying? Man, Michael Jordan is not like that. He's just not. And then you said, even LeBron fans wear Jordans. Yes. Shannon Sharp talk all this shit and say all this shit about LeBron James and talk all this shit about how he better than Michael Jordan, then get to showing us all the fucking Jordan shoes he got. You don't wear LeBrons like that. Don't nobody wear LeBrons like that. The two on the end, on the end is the in-season tournament and the bubble chip. Okay. Yeah, man, because, hey, that fucking in-season tournament shit, man, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, man. I know he got to be looking down like, you motherfuckers is going to hang a fucking in-season tournament banner for that shit. That shit is just wild, bro. That shit wild. That in-season tournament shit, that shit wild, bro. Like, that shit wild. Them niggas hung a banner for that shit. That shit. But, man, let me type it right now, man, so I can respond to it. But I'm finna get up off here, man. But man, I done went off on a tangent, man. I said once I came back and started doing Snax on Sportz, I said I ain't trying to have long. I'm trying to keep all my episodes to 30 minutes to an hour or less. You know what I mean? Just because that's just what I want to do. Because and also I've seen that a lot of times I can get out what I need to say in 30 minutes or less. You know what I mean? And then 30 minutes to an hour or less. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times that it draws the viewers in too, as far as like, because especially if you're not known, your podcast ain't popping and all that shit. Well, if I ain't finna sit there through 2 hours of shit, but I feel like the shit that I be saying and how I say it is entertaining and shit. So I feel like eventually it'll catch on. And I did say that sometimes I am gonna still have these long episodes. It's just because sometimes I just go off on a tangent like this. So it's still gonna happen. It's just that I'm making it a mental thing in my brain to know and understand that I want to have shorter episodes, so that way people are, they want to tune, be in tune a little bit more or whatever. But yeah, man, my whole point, man, with all this, man, is that the fan nowadays, even in success, and even with Brock Purdy, even in winning, fellow 49ers fans, you're in the NFC Championship and you're still being pessimistic. You know what I mean? And calling in, talking about, I'm worried about this and I'm worried about that. And, and don't worry about anything, bro. Just enjoy the fact that your team is in the NFC Championship. And you got a franchise quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And you're not always going to throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. But if you can find a way to win, that's all that matters. It shouldn't be about anything else but that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, what I'm hearing this week, it's like the Packers played great and the 49ers play horrible. I heard Doggy on First Take say that this morning. He said that the 49ers played horrible. So we played horrible, but the Packers played great. But and Brock Purdy is trash, but Jordan Love is the shit. But their season is done and we're still playing. Make that make sense to me. Oh, I know how it makes sense, because you motherfuckers, the new age Millennium modern fan, gives a fuck about how you win. They don't give a fuck. They fuck the fact that you won. If you didn't do it in impressive fashion, you a piece of shit. So, yeah, man. I just wanted to address that and talk about that, man. You know what I mean? And just do it like that, just because it's just something I've been thinking about. Just hearing all this shit this week, I'm like, damn, because right after I did an episode, you know what I mean, where I talked about, and I was saying some stuff too. I was saying some, I was, talking about how Kyle Shanahan didn't have his best coaching performance, and Brock Purdy didn't have his best, his best day, as a quarterback, and the defense, the Packers was able to go up and down the field, but I still understood that they did win the game. I also said that. I said they won the game. That's all that matters. They're moving on. Flush that. Now let's go. Let's have a better showing this weekend in the NFC Championship. But the fact of the matter is that we still playing, and that's all that matters. So, and to me, Brock Purdy, he's already proven you motherfuckers wrong, but he finna keep proving you motherfuckers wrong. Like, I really think, hopefully we can pull it off this year, but I think this is the start of something special. I think this is gonna be the start of, like I said, I don't want to go too far ahead because they haven't even won a Super Bowl yet. But if they can somehow find a way to win this Super Bowl, which I believe that they will, I just think they is. I just think they're gonna win it. You know what I'm saying? Then they got a chance here to kind of be similar to what the Chiefs have been the past 5 years. They just got a chance to do it, because you ain't got to pay Brock Purdy for another 2 years. You know what I mean? Year and a half, something like that. I think he'll be eligible for a payment next off season, but you don't have to pay him next season. Now you will have to pay him the year after next season, but you don't even got to pay him after that. You could franchise him, but he will still be, because right now you're making $800,000. You franchise him in 2 years, he gonna be what, 50 million, something like that. So in that 1 year, so but yeah, so they're gonna still be able to keep people around for the next 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is gonna be the start of something special, man. Could be a start of a little mini dynasty. You know, now I'm one to say ain't no such thing as a mini dynasty. You're either a dynasty or you're not. But you can kind of be a little bit like what the Chiefs got going right now. That's kind of a little mini. That's a little mini they got going on right there. It's not a full blown, because to me, 2 and 4 years, that's not a dynasty. You on the borderline. You on the edge of being a dynasty, but you're not a dynasty, and then you're not a dynasty because you won 2 Super Bowls in 5 years. You close in 4 years. You're close, but it's not a full blown dynasty. It's a mini dynasty. You know what I'm saying? So I think the 49ers can do that over the next 5 years. I think they can win. If they get this one, I think they can win 2-3 Super Bowls over the next 5 years. barring health. Obviously, people got to stay healthy and all that. It ain't going to be easy to do because it ain't been no back-to-back champion since the Patriots did it in 03 and 04. So I'm not saying it's easy to do. You know what I'm saying? But you can clump up a few of them there in a few years, like the Patriots of the last half did, like the not the first 3 Super Bowls they won, but the last 3 that they won. They won it in 14, 16, and 18. So you can say that's 3 and 5 years. They won it in 14, didn't win it in 15. They won it in 16, didn't win it in 17, and they won it in 18. 3 and 5 years. You know what I mean? Then same with the Chiefs and what they doing. They won it in 19 and won it in 22. So I believe the 49ers can do that. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. Let me see. I got the Ravens beating the Chiefs 24-21. Oh, man. Yeah, Taylor Swift. I mean, this is the thing. I know as fans, as sports fans, it's not that I'm getting tired of it, but I can understand those that are. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, it's like, damn, y'all paying more attention to her than the actual games. But, you know, it just comes with being, you know, the Chiefs are at the top of the mountain right now. I know they didn't play like the typical Chiefs this year, but they back in the AFC Championship. But it just comes with being at the top of the mountain, and they're the defending Super Bowl champions, and they got Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the league right now, and they got Travis Kelce, who's dating Taylor Swift. He in every commercial, and it just comes with it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel it. Nah, you know, I feel everybody that's tired of the Taylor Swift shit, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. But got the Ravens. Okay. So you got the Ravens beating the Chiefs. I actually, and I'm not mad at that because Lamar Jackson is my favorite player. You know what I'm saying? As y'all done heard me say a lot over the past few lives, and he's going to continue to be my favorite player. However, with the narratives that's going around this week with Brock Purdy and just in the NFL and football, it's kind of making me kind of pull back on Lamar and the Ravens right now, just because like they doing a little bit, you know, they doing a little bit too much ass. Because the thing is, it's like, because when I'm hearing arguments against Brock Purdy for like Lamar Jackson or something like that, you know, I understand Lamar, like he's my favorite player. So he Lamar Jackson is that dude. He's that nigga. But I'm about winning. You got to do it in the biggest moments, bro. And yes, he got, I think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe last week was his first playoff win. I think it's his second. But I think coming into this year, he was 1-3. I believe he was 1-3 in the playoffs. And it's their first time being in the playoffs in 3. His first time being in the playoffs in 3 years. Okay? And his unanimous MVP year in 2019, I mean, this guy played, he played off the charts that year. And then got to the playoffs and didn't do nothing. So that's all I'm saying about Lamar Jackson. Like I said, I'm a fan of his, but I'm not a fanboy to the point to where I'm just like, oh yeah, Lamar, this, that, blah, blah. No, I need to see it. I need to see you do it on the biggest stage, brother. You know what I'm saying? So and he's off to a good start this playoffs. That first half was kind of shaky. You know what I mean? But just like, yeah, and just the Ravens too. The Ravens didn't play flawless in that game. Now, that second half, they came in, they looked like the Ravens that we know this year. But that first half going into the motherfucking, it was tied up 10-10 with the Texans. So, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like I said, the Texans is getting paid too. They got good players too. They want to win and shit too. But, you know, I'm just saying, they talking about Lamar like, you know, it's just, hey, stamp it. He should have, yeah. And I'm saying,
he hasn't proven that yet. Like, you know, up until this point, I mean, Brock Purdy had more playoff wins than him before he won last year. Right now, Brock Purdy got more playoff wins than him. Right now. Just in his second year. Brock Purdy got 3, Lamar Jackson got 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't got no problem with somebody that want to say Lamar Jackson is better than Brock Purdy. I got no problem with it. I'm just saying we got to give Brock Purdy some credit for the fact that he quarterbacked his team to playoff victories. And the only reason why, not to say that they would have won it last year, but the big part of the reason why they didn't win the NFC Championship game last year is because he got hurt in the first drive. He didn't get a chance to finish the game. He barely didn't even get a chance to start the fucking game. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. You know, this shit is, I'm finna get up off here, though. I'm missing games right now. The Warriors is actually playing right now. I want to try to at least go home and watch the second half of this game. And then also, I'm missing the Spurs against the Thunder right now. I like watching OKC Thunder, and I like watching Wembanyama. And Wemby versus Chet, that's gonna be the new. That's gonna be the new rivalry. Spurs again. Once the Spurs become good, you know, again, Spurs and the Thunder are going to be the new rivalry. Chet Holmgren against Victor Wembanyama. That's gonna be the new head-to-head rivalry, because Chet ain't to be slept on either now. Chet got some of them same qualities that Wemby got. You know what I mean? He right there with him. You know what I'm saying? Chet is that dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wanted to watch that tonight. You know what I mean? And it's probably like third quarter right now. I believe the game started at 6:30. It's almost 8:30. So I'm finna go to the house. I'm sitting in this little parking lot. I was over here working, and then I just decided to do a Snax on Sportz, because I could do it while I'm driving, but sometime while I'm driving, the connectivity, the internet connectivity be going in and out. So sometimes what I be saying be going in and out and be blurry, and it be spotting and shit, you know, and it be, you know, doing all that. So, but the battle of the big man is back. The battle of the big man is back. Definitely. And the big man in itself is coming back. Like you said, Wemby, Chet, Embiid doing his thing. Giannis, we all know about Giannis, Jokic, you know. So yeah, the big man is back. But man, also I'm finna go home and try to if I don't do it tonight, I do it tomorrow, or in the morning. But I gotta go get me something to eat first and go cook something. I might be tired after I cook, because I gotta get up in the morning too. But after I go home and cook myself something to eat, I'm gonna try to do this KD episode. You know what I mean? I was supposed to do it at 7:30 or 7 o'clock or whatever, but I've been on this shit. So I'm gonna try to do this Kevin Durant, why he think he supposed to be in the GOAT conversation episode. So I'll get at y'all in a minute. Right on, my man. Cheyenne, for continuously tapping in with the boy, man. Hey, share the lives, man. You know what I mean? Share them with your people. Let your people know, man. You know what I mean? I don't be doing all that. It's not that I don't do it, but I just, you know how to be, hey, share it, like, subscribe, like, you know, I just don't be doing all that, because I feel like if people want to like, they're going to like. If people want to share, they're going to share. So, you know what I mean? Me constantly telling them, share, like, and subscribe. I don't knock nobody for doing it, because you're just trying to spread your brand. It's all good. But I don't be all of my videos, you know, talking about share, like, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? But for the sake of me saying that, share, like, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I'm gone, though, bro. I'll be back with another one in a minute. All right. Snax on Spinoids.